Frozen 2 is horrifying. With broken bones bleeding in a bathtub. I can kick Rambo's ass. This isn't even my whiteboard. So we're going to go through a list of horror characters from various movies and TV shows that have been meticulously chosen for me. And then we're going to decide whether I'd absolutely beat them, whether I have a few broken bones, if I'd still be breathing, or if I'm just dead, just ripped, just I don't exist anymore.
I wonder who your guest star is.
I have no idea. Who are you?
I don't know. That's a really deep question to ask me on a Wednesday afternoon.
I forgot the Pepsi. I hear you have a list of horror villains that I most likely haven't heard of because I don't watch horror films or play horror games very often.
So yes, I do have a list, and I know for a fact that some of these you have come in contact with that you do
Physically?
know. Hopefully not.
Well, depending on whether or not I can beat them, we might know already.
All right, we got Chucky.
Like the doll?
Chucky.
Okay, but like this, it's a child.
It's a child, but it's possessed by a human man.
I feel like I could punt Chucky across the room. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I feel like you get a good wind-up roundhouse kick. You get a field goal. I think I could kick him pretty far. Backup plan, right? So I'm thinking line it up somewhere where I can punt him into a trap. Have you ever gone into one of those play places as a kid that had those like that net thing that you always like went in? You're like, how the fuck do I get out of here? I'm stuck, and your leg gets caught and you fall, and there's a ball pit underneath you. Yeah, you punt him into that. He gets tangled up like a fucking fly in a spider's web. If he ever gets out, he's stuck in a ball pit, and those things are impossible to get out of.
I like Robin's idea about sitting on him.
I feel like if I was near a children's play place, absolutely.
Probably one of the most famous. This is Michael Myers.
Mike Myers?
Not Mike Myers. Michael Myers. Very big No. Very big difference.
I feel like I could beat Mike Myers in a fight.
I feel like I could also very easily beat Mike Myers in a fight, but that's not who we're fighting. Michael, full name.
This is not Mike Myers. Who the fuck is this?
Michael. This is Michael Myers.
Is this his brother?
Always kills with his hands or a large kitchen knife that he always takes from somebody's house that he kills.
Disarm the knife and cut off his hands. The fuck's he gonna do?
That is a good... But... What are you gonna cut off his hands with?
His knife after I disarm him. And Chucky's knife after I steal it.
Probably his biggest weakness is that he only really kills people around Halloween.
Okay, so host the fight in July. And what the fuck's he gonna do? How tall is he? What's his reach?
Tall. Like 6'5", I'd say. Easy.
Okay, he's got reach on me.
Yes.
Okay, what if I trick him into thinking I'm his therapist?
He quite literally in the last Halloween movie killed his therapist.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Considering the fight's in July, I don't think it's an absolutely. I think I'd just be generally overpowered by Mike Myers. Not Mike Myers. Michael Myers, his brother.
I agree.
Okay, but okay, hear me out. What if I got him into the children's play place?
I feel like
I'd be breathing.
Next up, we got another like classic horror villain, Freddy Krueger.
Okay, I don't know much about this one.
But he kills you in your dreams.
Oh, I saw this guy on Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Pretty sure he calls everyone a bitch.
I feel like there is enough movies, enough proof that I don't think it's an absolute survive.
What is pyrokinesis?
The control fire.
Ah, good thing all of my dreams are underwater.
He also does that in his dream world.
Well, what's he gonna do when my dreams are underwater, though?
But he gets to control.
Okay, but what if I don't dream?
He makes you dream. It's not really whether. And
what if I don't sleep?
I was getting there, because that's pretty much the plot of the movie. I think maybe not the title Broken Bones is accurate, more like bloodied. But
bleeding in the bathtub.
Bleeding in the bathtub.
Broken bones bleeding in a bathtub. Here, what's the next in your bag of tricks?
Leatherface.
Okay, leather's pretty strong.
It is also really not leather. I mean, it's leather, but it's human leather.
Oh.
Yeah, his face is made out of people.
Like, under the mask, he's just a normal bloke. Behind the mask, he's scary to people. And that's the point of the mask. Is this Dream?
I don't think so.
Rambo. How tall is he?
He's tall. He's definitely
It's
in
wrong,
the
Boo.
upsides of the 6s.
If you go in with a little bit of a plan, like I feel like he looks like the kind of guy who would get stuck in a child's play place.
100%. Moving on. Jason Voorhees.
Okay. He looks tall as well.
He is.
Why are they all tall?
It's kind of the theme, except Chucky. Hitting him, cutting limbs off, he is not going to stop.
'Tis but a flesh wound, is what you're saying.
Yes. He has a fear of water.
Okay. So you're telling me that if I'm bleeding in the bathtub,
Not so much the bathtub. More
if
or less, like,
if I'm bleeding in a
water.
pool,
He is a complicated one to think about.
I feel like all I need to do is get him on a boat. Okay, the fight's taking place on the Titanic.
I feel like you're really bending the narrative to help you win.
It's frustrating. In my dreams of water,
Okay.
I piss the bed a lot.
Okay, interestingly enough, our next one is Pamela Voorhees.
Oh, it's a sister,
Mother.
daughter.
No. This is the mother of Jason.
Why does she look scarier?
She kinda is. When people think about Jason, they think of him obviously as the villain from Friday the 13th. He technically isn't. But I think this one's, I mean, for you, probably, once again, if you're going into this with knowledge, pretty easy. Okay, next up on our fun little repertoire here, we've got Pinhead.
What if I just like started hitting them like whack-a-mole?
Like with a hammer?
Yeah. Like what if I just found a hammer and just started like
really...
dink, dink. Actually, would it work like one of those kids games where they hammer them in one side and flip it over and it's out the other side then?
No, they're all individually. He is the leader of this weird cult.
I don't have to fight the whole cult though.
It depends, because he can call upon them.
But like other than that, it just seems like a dude.
I mean, he is immortal.
Oh.
Pretty much the only way to beat Pinhead is to capture him.
Like in a ball pit?
No. Which is kind of like Pandora's box. But it's like the box is like, yeah, I feel like
I don't have the patience for that.
This one I know you know, Pennywise.
Hiya, Georgie.
This is a cosmic entity that morphs into any form it wishes, mostly into the victim's fear. Because
okay, well, Pennywise is already a redhead, so I'd already be confused whether I'm scared or if I want to screw it. I also feel like, did they ever beat?
They kind of bully him into submission. Yeah, all I can think about when I think of the fight with Pennywise is the scene from Home Alone. And, like, Kevin runs out to his front yard and he goes, "I'm not afraid anymore!"
Hey! I'm not afraid anymore! I'm not afraid anymore! Do you hear me? I'm not afraid!
So you're telling me that I just need to be left home alone and then scream into the abyss that I'm not afraid anymore? If it was a one-on-one, probably not.
Probably not. And I mean...
That's all I need, I think. I feel like I already knew where that one was going beforehand.
Huggy Wuggy.
Okay, so we're not going in the ball pit.
No, you don't want to go in the ball pit?
I love what you put for weakness. Honestly, cannot answer this one, kind of floppy, I guess. Well, how did we beat in the game? I don't think we did beat. I think it just fell.
Yeah, he just like falls off. That's what I mean. He's kind of floppy.
But like they still bleed. So technically, I think you could kill it.
You
like,
could, yeah.
If
if
it bleeds, it dies. What does that say? What does that thing Fundy said? It was Fundy, right? I still feel like someone else said it before too. Well, in that case, I feel like I already know where I want to go. Like maybe not a win, maybe not a lose, maybe some kind of a draw where like I get away, but I'm still breathing. Do I get the hand grabby thingy?
I feel like if you want to take the hand grabby things, sure.
If I have the hand grabby things, I'm winning.
All right, Hannibal Lecter. Obviously, I think you know from Silence of the Lambs, he's not really the villain.
From what I can remember, like, you can talk and have a discussion with him.
Oh, he's very intelligent. He's also a cannibal.
I'm assuming he's going to be out of prison if I'm fighting him, right?
Yeah.
So you think he just started biting chunks out of me if I got too close? Probably be overpowered because he is just an old man.
Yeah, he is pretty much.
But I feel like we got into hand to hand. Like if he got a good chunk out of my arm, it would hurt like hell.
And he does have a great medical prowess. He was a doctor before.
So he'd probably know where to bite me too. But that's not if I could break his jaw first. Like if my first hit was breaking his jaw, it'd probably an absolutely. But as soon as that first hit doesn't break his jaw, that probability drops drastically. I'm going with broken bones.
So this one I know you also know. He traps them in a hole in the ground, starves them for 3 days so their skin gets loose, turns their skin into clothes.
So you're telling me this guy would probably get along fairly well with
Leatherface,
because they both wear human, but he doesn't do the faces. So to be honest, between the two of them, they could be very symbiotic in that way.
Why Buffalo Bill does this is because he wants to be a woman.
So are you telling me that if I just went and spent some money, that I could probably just stop him?
Yeah, I feel like it's 100% like a victim of the times. I
feel like A, I could probably overpower him, but also B, I feel like nowadays we could help come to some solution.
Definitely like of the times. If he had a better psychiatrist, he probably wouldn't have even been a.
Yeah, I feel like that's another one that could probably. I feel like I always need a tier here for could probably get away without a fight.
Next, we've got Emmy Tresk in the game. She is frightening.
Also looks tall.
Yeah, 9 feet 6 inches to be exact.
Oh,
that's just her.
I just do not have reach.
In the most dire situation, she can activate her mutation to its fullest extreme. This means she transforms into a gigantic dragon-esque creature capable of flying. It has multiple sets of jaws with sharp teeth, and also in this form controls insects. Probably a solid idea. Okay, this next one is kind of complicated. We've got John Kramer, who is technically Jigsaw. So John Kramer is a former civil engineer, becomes an obsessive serial killer with the intent of teaching his victims that life is precious. The only thing is, if we're talking about you fighting John Kramer, it's an absolute win. He is an old-ass man with a terminal illness.
So basically, if I get close enough, easy.
Okay.
Just somewhere in the middle, assuming that there are some traps, but then, it's like a hallway of traps that, and then he's just sitting at the end, waiting for me to just beat his ass.
This is a 2v1. This is Billy Loomis and Stu Mocker. They do kill together, so we're going 2v1.
But they're just teenagers. I feel like for the fact that they're just teenage boys, I don't think it's an absolutely, because it's a 2v1. That makes it hard. What are the odds that I could convince them that I want to work with them, and then get close to them, and then kill them in their sleep? Yeah. To be honest, I feel like I could fit in with these guys.
I feel like if you knew what you were trying to do, yeah.
And if I shaved.
Yeah, if you shaved. I love your twisting the narrative.
Do I still get the hands?
The grabby hands?
The grabby hands. Given those circumstances, I'm going to put them in absolutely, but bottom bit of absolutely, because I feel like as soon as I caught on, it would drop to broken bones.
I know this one, you know.
Vaguely.
You were bragging to me yesterday about how you've seen all the Conjuring movies.
Doesn't mean I remember them well.
A powerful demon, takes up...
Can I punt
them? Probably?
I feel like it wouldn't be as successful as Chucky. They don't look as aerodynamic.
So pretty much you're looking at for weakness is holy weapons.
A crucifix! It's definitely not going in the top half. Because I'm reading this teleportation, telekinesis,
mind control,
superhuman speed, illusions. I want to give myself some sort of benefit of doubt. I'm gonna go with breathing, but I feel like if I had to rank all the ones in breathing, the bottom. Who the fuck is this purple bitch?
The purple guy?
Yeah, the purple guy. What's his name?
This is William Afton.
Okay, what is he?
He's the purple guy from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay, I know it's a purple guy. Oh, he's just known as Purple Guy?
Yeah.
What a basic ass name.
I don't know. He kills children.
He's purple. The man's head looks like a grape, so I think that gives me the upper hand. How? I don't know. But he's weak to fire.
He is.
I feel like the fire is that's a fairly easy weakness as far as this list goes. Broken bones.
Okay, next, Bayfield Babyface Killer. So you do know, obviously, just a human under the mask.
Stuck in a time loop. But I still feel like eventually you could find a way. Like, obviously that's how they did it in the movie. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard. That was easy.
Okay, one I know you're familiar with. Also, not super, horror movie, TV show.
But given its recent popularity, I mean, you gotta put it on the list.
We got Vecna.
But in all seriousness, if it's one-on-one, I feel like it falls in that Pennywise category.
I feel like it's pretty much you just can't. All right, I got Slenderman. Classic horror.
Lanky bitch.
It's really unknown kind of exactly what Slenderman is.
Rombo. Yes, Willow agrees. Speaking from before, I can kick Rombo's ass.
Yeah?
Especially if I had grabby hands. How do you beat Slenderman?
So I googled it and it gave me halogen lamps.
Go on, Broken Bones.
Yeah, I feel like, especially if you get into the, tentacle Slenderman.
I kind of forgot about that part of it.
I mean, long legs.
Smash. Oh wait, wrong game. Yeah, definitely more difficult than Huggy Wuggy. So it has to be in breathing or lower. Similar to Jack. It's the anger you gotta use against them. That was Jack, right?
Yeah, it is pretty much their own anger you kind of have to use against them because it is they're kind of shrouded in it. Okay.
Anger, and you defeat them by putting them in a
grinder.
Meat grinder.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good point. I feel like.
I definitely didn't say Smash earlier.
All right. The Beldam.
Huh?
So the Beldam, that would be the other mother, technically. Oh. Arguably the stuff of childhood nightmares. I feel like it's lots of young kids' first scary victim. That's why I put this one up.
Yeah, it's either there's two types of kids who are scared. Those who are scared of Coraline and those who are scared of Monster House. Those are the two different types of kids, and one grows up to be like, oh boy, horror movies, and the other one grows up to be, oh my god, Frozen 2 is horrifying.
Which one's which?
I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm not gonna tell you which one I was scared of then.
I feel like this would be a tough one.
I think it would be.
Although, I do think I want to cross over between the other mother and Mommy Longlegs. They're also both they want to be that mother figure. But I feel like, given the circumstance, I'm probably going to go with breathing.
I could agree with that.
Because breathing also includes, oh, I'm not going to win, I'm just going to escape now.
We're going the Wendigos specifically from Until Dawn.
Okay, I know they don't like fire.
They are actually instinctively afraid of it.
If this was a rank of scariest, it would go at the top. Because there's something about the Until Dawn Wendigo that just scares the shit out of me. But as far as beating with fire and stuff, as long as there's only one and we're in a ball pit. No, but I feel like if it's only one, I could probably put it in the breathing category.
I think your ball pit is actually a downfall in this.
Yeah, no, 100%. It would definitely. If I was also in the ball pit, I'm dead. It'd be rip.
It's just the fact that their eyes are hypersensitive to movement, right? And I don't know if you ever tried to be still in a ball pit, but that shit just don't work.
So what you're telling me is that I should put the ball pit in the back of a cargo plane with a lot of turbulence. Because then they'll just be discombobulated the whole time.
And just too much move. Just logically it makes sense.
if you try getting a bat flying around a room at night and you had a subwoofer in the room playing Who Let the Dogs Out on full volume, I feel like the bat wouldn't fly too well.
While we're on the topic of bats, the weird alien creatures from The Quiet Place, Death Angels.
But if this was like a one-on-one situation, there's no chance. Because I feel like with this one, you have to just take into account that it's the circumstance, right? Maybe not 1v1 in a blank room with a ball pit. Okay, but with one of these, I feel like I could survive for a very long time, but I couldn't outlive them. So I'm going to put it in rip, but like halfway between rip and breathing, because I'd be breathing for a long time.
Yeah.
But eventually I'd die. Now, last but not least.
I know you'd appreciate this. This is Bill Cipher. I was wondering why you were moving.
I feel like Bill Cipher could wipe the floor with any of these people.
Bill wins everything. This is your challenge now, is to recap your categories for which characters are in which category.
Okay, this one I have the advantage of time. I punt that child. Lady.
No. I meant like recap as in names. Just this has actually just been a quiz.
Babyface dude, Chucky,
Okay.
Mike Myers' mom, Leatherface, Billy Joel. I don't know, the Da Vinci twins. Rambu, that guy from Rick and Morty that says bitch all the time. That's Voorhees. Huggy Wuggy, Odin. This is the puppet from the Jigsaw puzzle. That's me if I was in Squid Games. That's purple guy. Mike Myers, Johnny, Chucky's wife, Smash, Other Mother, Nightmare Fuel, that dude from Hunter x Hunter,
What?
the Nun,
Kind of.
number 1, Mumza, It, and our Lord and Savior Bill Cipher.
Posing for a thumbnail.
I'll just use this. This is just going to be the thumbnail. This isn't even my whiteboard. I stole it.